Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Thursday, January 4th, 2018. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. We continue to see quite a bit of strength out of the ES here. As a matter of fact, if you take a look at the chart here, we've started the year very, very strong already, and we've bounced right out of this narrow range right here, 2,700 down to about 2,670. Got a break to the upside here. Almost came right back into the trigger zone, bouncing out of it anyway, and coming right into and toward that primary target zone that we like to play toward. That's a high of 2740 up there, a low of 2722, and we still have more upside to get to that target. Basically, from this low projected higher, that would be average monthly range up to 2740. So we still have much more upside here that could be seen ahead. One of the key things is obviously breaking above 2700 in the fashion that we have. Any pullback to that level could still be a buying opportunity down the road. Perhaps not now, but maybe in the next several days. This still appears to be an uptrending day. One thing to keep in mind is every single day here so far after a very quiet end to the year is likely to be higher than average range. So most of these days here will likely be beyond the average daily range that we've seen over the last couple of weeks. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. Looking at the NQ, we did get a bounce out of that trigger zone here. Basically, we had a very solid rally out of this trigger zone. The bounce off the 6,400 led to already a rally up to 66.15 current price right now. Current last price 66.15 quarter, and we are firmly inside the primary target zone. Primary target zone being 66.45 to 65.80. That zone right there already reached. Again, that 66.45 up here would represent average monthly range from the recent pivot low. So from this green dotted line here up to that green line, that would represent average monthly range. And it appears that we are well on our way to reaching that level. So a very solid rally out of this one as well, with more upside likely to be seen. So again, buying pullbacks, buying dips, defending pullbacks to prior resistance. Those types of things will be very important. So any pullback could still be a great buying opportunity for a continuation toward the upside targets here, 66.45 and perhaps 6,700. Here's a look at gold. One thing we talked about in the monthly outlook in the previous afternoon and also in the trading room yesterday morning was watching this low right there. If price was going to come below that low and reject it, it was likely going to be a great buying opportunity for 1330. That's a trade that we talked about again in the trading room yesterday morning and also in the monthly outlook yesterday afternoon. You can find the recording to the monthly market outlook at pivotboss.com and also on Twitter. Right here, what you see is a rejection of that low and already pushing back above the previous session's mid. A failed new low and a strong bullish trend is usually a very solid buying opportunity. So right now we could be looking at a continuation to 1330 over the next day or two. And taking a look at crude oil, finally reaching 62s. That was something we talked about before. 62 very important. It's a major LVN in the composite volume profile. It's also a major level in terms of market structure. And one of the trades that we talked about in the monthly outlook and also in our trading room yesterday was watching yesterday's high. Very similar to gold, but the opposite way. Watching that high. If there's a rejection of this high, we could be looking at a move back to the midpoint of yesterday's session. The midpoint right here being the 61.13s. So basically, failure to hold above 62 suggests a return back to 61.13 sometime this morning. Based off of that type of move, usually you would see bulls come in and defend that level as well and try to bounce it back up. So right now the short-term idea is failing to hold above 62 suggests a short-term return back to 61.13. And as I've mentioned before, on a longer-term basis, that 62 could lead to a longer-term profit-taking opportunity selling opportunity, and that could lead to a move as far down as 55s. So in terms of market structure, it's just a big time level. Obviously, we've had some significant strength here. First things first, failure to hold 62s would suggest a return to 61.13, so watch for that type of move to play out today. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this plays out the rest of the session. Good luck and trade well.